Right, so today we've got quite a few things to go and look at. So we've got our 2-bed renovation, which is finished at Wells Street in West Kilbride. It's looking great. I've just viewed it yesterday. A lovely couple who want to take it, which I'm delighted about. But first off, it's time to get some strawberry tarts.
Let's take a long close look when no one else can see.
So this is a really old building. But I think it's actually got the date on the front of the building. I'll show you, it's down here. 1893. I do love an old building. It's got lots of tales to tell, lots of secrets, and lots of things that need fixed all the time. Right, so we're going up the stairs. Couldn't actually do my job without key boxes. Right, so we are here at this wonderful project in Wells Street in West Kilbride. So this property had been lying empty for quite a long time and it was riddled with damp. The value of the property, and it wasn't selling, but the value was I think 80 or 85,000 pounds. We managed to haggle it down to 53,000, and that sounds like a big drop, but the cost of the renovation is quite high. So far we have spent £37,000, and a chunk of that is for works that you will never see. I'll talk you through some of the things we have done within the property. So the bathroom is looking fresh now, it looks glorious, but it wasn't like this when we bought it. There had been an ongoing leak from the bath and it had completely wrecked the floor. So all of the floorboards around the hall, around the other side of the hall, all had to be replaced. I had to remove a section of the wall here and also the framing and resheet the whole bathroom, and this whole floor had to be replaced as well. That costs a lot of money. Before you've picked out your bathroom suite, before you've picked out your lovely glowing lights, brass fitting, because I love that against the green and gold. And these tiles I have used on another job and I had some left over. I want to give a shout out to Walls and Floors because they've always made my life very easy in terms of ordering and delivering. So thank you for that. So in here, this is where the bulk of the work was. This whole wall was completely rotten. And I'm just so grateful that we managed to save the cornicing because that was a bit of a concern. And there was a big crack running down one part here. And we also had a big crack in the living room. So years and years and years of water ingress has just wrecked it completely. So we had to strip it all back and then put in a new vapour barrier and insulate it and then plaster it. What I love about it is the finish. Obviously you've got a nice smooth finish, but plastering obviously is expensive. But whilst we were doing in the process, we realised that the lintels, so the lintels that are holding up this section here, they were completely rotten as well, and we thought we could maybe save them, but no. So in this room and in the room just behind us, both the lintels had to be replaced. So by the time we'd done the bonding with the cracks, the lintels to be replaced, there was quite a few other bits and pieces that he'd done, and that was like £5,000 just for that. There has been a lot of money spent just on bringing this back to being warm and windproof, waterproof, watertight, all of these things before you've made it look nice. And we've spent just about 37,000. A huge part of that 37 was just doing work that you don't even see. And it's really, it can be demoralising, but you have to spend the money where it needs to go. Yeah, and one of the reasons why I love doing this is because it is an old building and a lot of people would fear touching it because it is like a can of worms. Once you open up one part, then you see something else, and you see something else, and you see something else. But it's in my nature just to keep going with it, because why wouldn't you? They are our heritage. It's a part of our culture, these buildings. If we don't have them, then who are we? In this room, there was an old cupboard there, and I've just left it in because I thought it actually gave a bit of interest in the room. But in here as well, we had to replace the lintels, and this whole wall was stripped back. New vapour barrier in here as well. Interestingly enough, the person before, this was empty for a wee while, but the person before had put in a new kitchen to try and G up a bit for sale. But I think once they started doing the work, they realised that this was just a massive issue, and it was actually noted on the home report, and the structural engineer had to come out and do his bit. The units and the oven and hob, the extractor, those were all already there, but they were black, white and black, with red walls. It was just not very nice, and I really wanted to start again. I did and I didn't, because what's the point in ripping out a brand new kitchen? All the units were good. To me, that didn't make sense at all, and what a waste. It's just going straight into a landfill site. So I got a company out called That's a Wrap to wrap the units and the worktop. And then I put in a new sink because I felt that the sink was a bit cheap looking. A new sink, new tap, the appliances were already there. From a buy-to-let point of view, in fact, from any point of view, I just don't see the point in ripping out something that's perfectly good when you can upgrade it, and that's what we've done. It is a nice flat. It's got wonderful views. I'm really looking forward to. There's a couple that have viewed it and want to rent it, and I'm quite excited for them to move in. If you've enjoyed this video, then I'd love to hear from you. If there's anything that you want to know, any questions, any follow-ups, then please do drop me a comment and I'd be happy to answer. There's always so much that goes into these projects that it's hard to cover it all. So I'd love to hear from you.